So Jim Schwartz met with the media today, talked about what he has seen from his defense.
It's probably more than just sloppy tackling. We have generally been a couple series of sloppy play, and you know we shouldn't have to get kicked in the teeth to start playing, because when we do start playing, whatever the last 2.5 quarters against Dallas, ridiculously. I mean, but you can't erase those series before that. You know, Giants, fumble, punt, 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 missed field goal, like really good stuff. And same thing with this, like getting the ball back for our offense, scoring on defense. But that gets erased by the sloppy play. And until we get that consistency, we're going to play like a 1-3 football team, and we're playing like a 1-3 defense.
And Tim, I would say that the things that are happening to him are what happened to teams that are 1-3. You have a penalty at the wrong time. You have a tipped pass becomes a turnover. You end up, shooting yourself in the foot. And instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 20, 1st and 15. Those are what the NFL, the margin of victory and the margin of very slim. Those things tilt it towards losing.
100%. I mean, it's hard enough to win in the NFL, and it's almost impossible when you're making those self-inflicted mistakes. I mean, talking about Jim Schwartz was talking about with sloppy play, we saw a lot of it, in the Raiders game, a lot of missed tackles, getting blown off the ball repeatedly by a Raiders run game that wasn't just the worst in the league coming in. It was historically bad. I think it was like just 50, 51 yards a game, and then they go around and torch the Browns for 152 on the ground. I mean, that comes down to sloppiness, like Jim Schwartz was saying. Maybe they need to bring that intensity more than just the end of the game. They need to start the game that way, because the Browns offense has been starting games well, but then as the game progresses, they get sloppy as well, and they struggle to make adjustments. And then by the time, they finally get things going again, they're in a position where they need to score to win the game, and they just can't get it done. Defense, same kind of thing. They need to start better and take that energy they've had in the third quarter, in the second half of the game, particularly the fourth quarter against the Raiders, where I thought, they were able to make some stops. They got off the field. The second half against the Giants, the same thing. You got to be able to start the game like that and set a tone. This team's got to be more consistent and more clean if they want to win, especially on the road in the NFL.